was saying that, you know, it's very important that communities like the Italian community in Canada can have their own channel to bring the news that matter to Italo-Canadians. And I'm obviously delighted as minister to say, you know, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of success, and it's a great day for all of us. I think the more you can spread and build bridges between Canada and Italia, the better we're all going to be. That being said, you want to talk about, obviously, I thought in our trade agreement, I spoke about labor mobility in the context of competitiveness. A lot of people talk about competitiveness today, which is rightly so, because we know we compete among provinces, among states, and among countries. So one of the things that I think we've been able to build for Canada is to our trade agreements, which now reach more than 1.2 billion consumers and soon 1.7 billion, is having this labor mobility, because we understand that, you know, trade used to be about goods. You were selling a plant, you were selling an equipment, you were shipping it, and then it went from goods to services, knowing that after, you know, the first industrial revolution, we went into service. Then it became solutions, a combination of hardware and software. And we understand that today, if you're going to sell a piece of equipment, your customer wants you to come install it, commission it, and make sure that it works to its expected design. So us being able, for example, to send highly qualified workers for 90 days in Europe is a real competitive advantage. On the other end, we also wanted to recognize in our global skill strategy that investment follow talent, that we will only succeed as a country if we can attract as much talent as possible, so that investment will follow. And our global skill strategy has been to make sure that, for example, with startups, that we would give visas for startup, that we would allow people who come in our country to do work, that specialized work, they could get visas within 2 weeks. That is adding to our competitiveness. And, you know, trade is about people. So we understand that the connectivity, the more we can have people who come within, you know, the rules that we establish, will favor economy. And I understand that other countries are looking at the system that Canada has developed. Look at, I was saying, you know, which leader in the world talks about diversity as a source of strength? I mean, Prime Minister Trudeau is pretty unique in the world to really capitalize on that and say, you know, Canada is about stability, predictability, rule of law, a very inclusive society, but one which cherishes diversity. And I think everyone should feel welcome at the table. You saw it today. There's no one behind. Everyone is at the table. And that's what we want to send as a message to the world, that Canada is the place to be if you want to innovate, create, and build businesses. We realized early on in our mandate as a government, you know, that we needed to do more, that we needed to go back to this historical link that Canada has always had with South America. That's why we launched free trade negotiation with Mercosur, which includes Uruguay, Paraguay, Argentina, and Brazil. Actually, I was there when we launched in Asunción. And we included everyone. You know, what was interesting is that we engaged with civil society the same day we announced. I met with labor unions there to make sure that, you know, this was a civil society movement as well, that trade is about people, that everyone should feel welcome in the discussion. We are also upgrading our trade agreement on the Pacific side of South America with Mexico, Colombia, Chile, and Peru, and the Pacific Alliance, that we understand that there again we have free trade agreements, but we wanted to bring a bit more elements of progressiveness in our agreements, making sure that these agreements would serve the purpose of helping small and medium-sized business, women entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, to really get a chance to be able to export.
Ecco, allora siamo arrivati alla fine di questo incontro col Ministro degli Affari Internazionali, del Commercio Internazionale federale, l'onorevole François Champagne, che è venuto qui come ospite dei due deputati locali, Francesco Sorbare e Dave Schulte, e si è incontrato con un gruppo di imprenditori locali per discutere delle nuove sfide del commercio canadese, delle sfide che hanno incluso e includono, continuano ad includere il fattore demografico, lo spostamento del personale, come anche dei servizi e dei beni. Quindi da oggi in poi avremo sempre possibilità di trasmettere il tutto live, in vivo, per tutti i nostri ascoltatori, il nostro seguito sul nostro sito web Corriere.com, oppure di leggere del tutto nel Corriere Canadese il giorno seguente per approfondire il tutto. Vi ringrazio e alla prossima.